Morning, everybody. I'm Antionette, coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick. Can you tell? It's like 10 after 7 Atlantic time in the morning. I've been up since quarter after 4. Hubby had to go to work, and so did Barb. So, this is 2OGs Hooking and Stitching Island Style. Knitting podcast, crochet, yarn hauls, giveaways, life on an island, and whatever else pops into my head to chat about. It's been a while. It's been a week or so, 2 weeks maybe, since I podcasted. Been having difficulty. The internet was down the last few days, but I'll try to get. I'm going to be doing 2 or 3 videos today, and we will see how it goes. Today I'm going to talk about some WIPS. I have shown them, but some progress on them. Some FOs, current projects in the works or will be in the works. I have some shout outs. We'll see how the timing on the video goes. I'm going to put my cell phone beside me so I can see how long, so I don't make this too long. If I need to, I will make a separate shout out video. But nope, that's about all we're going to do. So let's get started. And I want to thank all the new subbies and the returning subbies. I hope you're enjoying the content. Any suggestions for things you'd like to hear, please feel free to put them in the comments. Any and all comments are appreciated. I enjoy the interaction, and I enjoy suggestions that people have. Any questions you have to that you want to ask. If I get enough questions, I'll do a Q&A video. But we'll get started. I have a little sip of my coffee this morning. I'm just trying to stay awake. I will show you something though too. I got this for my birthday a couple years ago. It's a friend of mine bought it for my birthday. It says, "Please hand me my coffee and my knitting and step back or step away." What's it say? Oh, and slowly back away. So, very dear friend of mine, Kathy, got this for me for my birthday. So, first thing I'm going to start off with is I am going to show you. I've got 38 rows, and this will be done. It's so long I can't get it into the screen now. But this is the Bay Shawl, and I'm figuring blocking it's going to be a lot of fun. But I figure if I lay my blocking mats out end to end and stretch this out. Right now it's currently 6.5 feet, and I'm going to start cutting the fringe for it because I'm going to try to steam the fringe before I put it on, make it a little bit easier. But that's progress on the funny Bay Shawl. Now I have been working on my elf coat because I'm trying to get it done. I finished the back panel. Okay, this is the back panel. It has decreases on both sides. Problem is, when I did my stitch count and I measured, the stitch count was off. So I may have to frog this. But what I decided to do was I put it aside and I started doing the, back it up. The back panel came out alright. I did the right front panel, and the stitch count was just off. I think, yep, here it is right here. And this is the right front panel, but the stitch count was off on the decreases going up here into the shoulder. So I put it up against the back panel and it's just not lining up. So I'm going to end up probably ripping this out. I just put it to the side, and I started the left front panel. Okay, I just now started in my decreases. Here it is right here. If you look here, you can see it's just now starting into the decrease. You do 26 rows, and it's both front, left and right panels. You start out with 26 rows before your decrease, and then for, I think it's I will tell you in a minute here. I'm just going to pull a pattern out here. There's 59 rows total on each panel. The first 26 are straight across Tunisian knit stitch, and then on row 27 through, I think, yeah, 52, 27 through 52, you it's a 1 stitch decrease on the first 2 stitches. You just knit into crochet into the first 2 stitches. You go through the front bar and then through the Tunisian knit stitch, and decrease 1 stitch. And after that, you're decreasing at the beginning and the end of the row till eventually you end up with 5 stitches on the crochet hook. So far I am being diligent and watching my stitch count. So this is the left front panel. So I may just have to redo the right front panel, but it is coming along. And I kind of put, semi-assembled the back panel onto the skirt, and then put one of the panels there to kind of get an idea. I ordered some more of these here. These are bamboo, what they call marking pins. But I think these here are great for putting the panels together. Rather than using my stitch markers, I was using these to put, and these work great. So I ordered a couple more packs of these. I think I got one from Walmart, and I think I got one coming from Amazon. They're not cheap, but they're not expensive. And they're real good quality, and they don't snag the yarn. That's what they look like. They're bamboo. It's not point, but it's a blunt point end. So it's good for putting your projects together so you can sew them. So that was the shawl there. Now, one of the other things that I was working on my Hermione socks, I'm working on them too, and I like to go at various projects because you get bored, and I'm trying to also, in between working on these WIPs that I've had in progress for a while, I'm working on my Christmas presents. And one of the presents that I'm working on is a pair of, these are Briggs, this is Briggs & Little wool, okay? These are just like a short cuff sock. My one sister last year, I had made her socks, and she loved them, so I'm trying to get her pair done and put it in my basket for Christmas gifts. And this is 100% wool. I do soak it and soften it when it's done. I don't know if it's easier for you to see. Let me see if it might be too much light there. If you can see it, there we go. And I'm actually trying contrast cuff, heels, and toe. This is a Briggs & Little pattern. It's a standard pattern 2x2 rib all the way down. And right now I'm working the heel and do the foot, Kitchener toe. And so I'm working on that in between. I'm doing it in a gray and a rose colored. And that's, like I said, working in between for Christmas gifts, and hopefully get all my gifts done by, I'd say, end of November, so I can get them all mailed out, because my stuff all has to be mailed out. Another thing I've been working on, I found this pattern for a twisted headband, and I have made, this is actually my 6th one, but all the other ones I have mailed out for gifts. So, and it's just using up some, it doesn't take a lot of yarn. And I'll have to put the link to the pattern below. It's a free pattern, and it's, like I said, it's very easy. I whip these up in less than 2 hours, and it's just, I have some leftover yarn, so I made this one. This one's like a camo. This is a Red Heart Super Saver camouflage, I think. Been doing some scrunchies, just, this is knit scrunchies, and as I have a whole tote full of this boutique type yarn, I am making scarves. Some of this is Red Heart sachet. I have a whole bunch of yarn like this in different types of meshing that I had got at the Canadian Dollar Store last year, and they were 3 for $1. Literally, you make a scarf for 30 cents, 33 cents. Unless you use 2 balls of it, because it's not a lot of yardage. So like I said, I've mailed off a couple of these scarves already. But it's, you know, you can wear it. This was big in the rage a few years back, but, you know, there's always use accent pieces. So, but it's a good, you know, it's a good last minute gift. Also, I have other patterns. Believe it or not, you can use this ruffle at the end of a cuff, socks. They had one for a purse, a shawl, and you can knit or crochet. Use knitting needles or a crochet hook to do those scarves. And there's various tutorials on YouTube for them. So this is just like, you know, a little basket for some of the Christmas gifts I'm making. That's like the little Christmas gifts, stocking stuffers. The other thing is I actually grabbed a pattern that's been sitting there that I've wanted to do, and I was almost done with this. It's a quick knit because it's in thick, Woolies Thick and Quick. And it's one of their patterns, and it's called the Pod Stitch Cowl. And I was pretty much done. I was almost done with the whole thing. But something happened and the stitch can't come off. So this is what I have right now. It is a mess. It's done on circular needles. It's a 13, US 13, 9mm needle. These are my Takumi bamboos. So it doesn't take, it whips up pretty quick because it is a thick and quick yarn. The pattern has a knit 5 together. And let me tell you something, I had difficulty trying to do the 5 together. So they give you a couple of alternatives you can do, and one was slip 2 knit as if to knit, and then you knit 3 together, and then pass the 2 slip stitches over, and it gives you your pod. Another way they had it is you could use a crochet hook to put the 5 stitches on, and then pull the yarn through that way. I tried it a couple times and it just didn't seem, it was very uncomfortable. So I just went with the slip 2, knit 3 together, pass 2 slip stitches over. So that's next video, you'll see it finished. That is for a Christmas gift. I will be making one of the headbands to go with it, or I'm actually thinking of taking that pattern for the cowl and making a ear warmer with the pod stitch to match it. I'll just have to figure out the stitch count for around the head and how wide to do it. It might just be one 12 row repeat. So that was done. I'm still working on the dishcloths, you know, just knitting up the dishcloths. Working on different projects. You don't get bored. The easy knit projects or easy crochet projects, you don't have to worry about paying attention to a pattern or your stitch count. I can sit and spend some time in the evening with Barb and my hubby, and I wasn't able to watch any videos the last few days because the internet was down, so it's back up now, so I can get this video, and I'm going to be doing another couple videos after it, so you'll probably see me in the same shirt. I did a little rearranging in the craft room. I took down my card table, which is what I use to do my tutorials on, which I do need to do some tutorials. I just have to set it back up. I just didn't like being crowded. And I'm going to swing this around so you can see. I actually put an addition into here. And if you look right there, I brought my 42-inch flat screen TV into here. It's been sitting up the store since we moved. So I thought, well, that's easier to watch the videos on. I just hook it via a HDMI cable to the computer, and I can watch that. Or if I'm doing watching a tutorial, it's bigger, and then I can see. It makes it easier to see. So let me see. Well, we are almost 11 minutes into this, so I'm doing pretty good. I will do a separate video for the shout-outs because it will take some time. I have themed. I did have a question to ask everybody. Like I said, I was cleaning up and, you know, organizing. You know, you're always organizing your craft room and trying to make things the way you want it. It seems like you never get it quite done. When I was doing that, I came across I have a diaper pail or bucket with a lid, however you want to call it, that was full of a lot of my scraps. Now, I don't get a lot of scraps because I pretty much used a lot of my yarn up. But I went and separated them all by basically colors, you know, color groups. And there was a few projects that I had, I frogged out and balled up the yarn. But I have a question to ask you. I'm going to show you the basket. I just got to bend over here and get it. So just hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, this basket here, that's all I have for scraps. And what I've done was I grouped them in, like these are oranges and some reds. And these are all whites and creams. And I put them into, you know, Ziplocs. This is grays and blues. There are various yarn weights in the bags. These are browns. Purples. I don't know how good this is coming out. Lighting's not real good this morning. Purples, and I got some yellows and greens. More shades of blues, but most of these are variegated. Burgundies and black. And then, of course, these are all different shades of pink. Now, with as much as I have going on, and trying to use, you know, I actually am working through my stash. Other than that Annie's kit that a certain person told me I broke the yarn band, which I canceled that after the third one. I canceled it. It was going to be too expensive. I have been working for my stash. I've been keeping a basket this year of all the yarn bands that I've used. And again, there's some that didn't have yarn bands, but this is all the yarn bands, the skeins of yarn that I've used so far this year. And it doesn't include all the projects I'm working on now. These are ones that are done. So I keep that to let me know how much I'm going through my stash. But anyways, I digress. In the comments below, I have two choices. One, what can I do with this? You know, these scraps. Or if somebody would like that does do scrap projects or granny squares or would have a use for this, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to have to put a restriction on this shipping to the Canada or the US only because it is so expensive. Other than my giveaways and that are international, but something like this would have to be US or Canada. Because it's the shipping. But I'd like to see if somebody wants this. Let me know. Like I said, there's all kind of. I have them bagged in plastic bags. There's a non-smoking house. So I just thought like I said, I organized it and got it up. But that's all my scraps that I have. I'll put these back down here. And so let me know in the comments. I'll gladly send that to somebody if they could use it because I hate to throw away yarn. And there's enough in there that could do some projects. And like I said, I grouped them by colors. There's different weights in there. Maybe hold them double or triple. But again, just let me know. So that's pretty much all that's going on as far as projects and stuff like that. The weather's changing up here. We've had some days it was down in the 40s, high 30s. We've had a couple frosts. It's supposed to warm up today. I'm hoping to be able to do a video from out on the deck before it gets too cold and I can't do it anymore. So we'll just have to see. And I hope everybody has a great day. Remember, hugs, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on, make the world a better place. Until next time, here's saying bye to you from Deer Island. Thanks for watching.